very good morning to one and all watching this video, and welcome to the English class. In this session today we are going to start our discussion of the poem Abou ben Adhem, which is composed by Leigh Hunt. In today's class we are going to discuss about the poet in brief and do a short introduction to the poem. Now, this is a very short and a simple poem, yet it has much deeper level of significance. Good morning, dear students, and welcome to today's session. As said, we'll be beginning with the poem Abou ben Adhem, which is composed by Leigh Hunt. Now, in this particular poem, today we are going to do only the introduction to the poem. So we'll be discussing about the poet in brief. Now, James Henry Leigh Hunt, who is popularly known as Leigh Hunt, was born on October 19, 1784 in Southgate, Middlesex, England. He was an English poet, writer and essayist. He was a central figure of the Romantic movement in England. He produced a large body of poetry in a variety of forms, that is narrative poems, satires, poetic dramas, odes, epistles, sonnets and short lyrics. He was an editor of the influential The Examiner from 1808 to 1821. His most important contribution in literature was perhaps his essays. He revolutionized the form of the essay and gave it a new literary impetus. His first volume of poems was Juvenilia. In 1816, he made a mark in English literature with the publication of the story of Rimini. Then he published Foliage, and his other works include Amyntas, A Tale of the Woods, Stories from the Italian Poets, Hero and Leander, and Bacchus in Tuscany. He died on August 28, 1859, while he was visiting a friend. Now let us discuss in brief about the poem, that what basically the poem is about. Now, through this poem, Abou ben Adhem, the poet Leigh Hunt claims that true worship is manifest through the acts of love and service that one shows to one's fellow men and women. So, true worship is not in idol worship. Instead, true worship is the human acts of love and service that we provide to our fellow human beings. Thus, seen from this perspective, the poem upholds the idea of fraternity and brotherhood. And in fact, this particular poem, Abou ben Adhem, is a parable in verse. Now, what do we mean by a parable? A parable is a short story used to illustrate moral and spiritual lessons as told by Jesus in the Gospels. The poem gives us the message that God loves those who love their fellow men. The poem has 18 lines in total, and the first 14 lines constitute the first stanza of the poem, whereas the last 4 lines, they make up the second stanza. The poem is set in a Middle Eastern country, and it gives us a glimpse of the life of a godly man and this godly man is the protagonist in the poem, that is Abou ben Adhem. So the poem gives us a glimpse of Abou ben Adhem, who is visited by a divine messenger, an angel. Now when Abou saw the angel writing something in a golden book, now if you see, this angel who visited Abou ben Adhem on a moonlit night, and when Abou woke up from his sleep, he saw the angel writing something in the golden book. Out of curiosity, Abou ben Adhem asked that angel what was he writing, and the angel answered that he was writing the names of all those who love the Lord. So the angel was writing the names of all those people who love the Lord. Now Abou became even more curious, and he asked the angel if his name was there on that list, and the angel replied to him that his name was not there in the list. So Abou ben Adhem was not the one who is loved by God. At this, Abou ben Adhem is little disappointed to learn that his name is not among those who love God. So it is not among those people who love God. So he then asked his angelic visitor to at least include his name among those people who loved other people. So Abou was disappointed. Though he was disappointed, he requested his angelic visitor to at least include his name in the list of those people who love other people, even though his name is not in the list of those people who love God. The next night, the visitor revisits Abou ben Adhem. He returns the next night and shows Abou ben Adhem the names of all people who had been blessed by God. Now Abou is delighted to see his name heading the list. So he was on the top of that list of all those people who are blessed by God. So the first stanza of the poem tells the readers of Abou ben Adhem's first encounter with the angel. The second stanza tells about the angel coming to Abou for second time with the revelation that he is the one who stands first in the list of people blessed by the love of God. Now Abou ben Adhem, this particular poem, which is written by James Henry Lee Hunt, it is no doubt a literary gem based on the spirit of fraternity. It was first published in The Amulet by S.C. Hall, and the poem is Hunt's rendering of a divine encounter between an angel and the Sufi mystic Ibrahim bin Adhem. This is the original name of Abou ben Adhem, who was a Sufi saint. So the poem is actually, it describes the divine encounter between an angel and that Sufi saint named as Ibrahim bin Adhem. Now this is a narrative poem where the poet uses the storytelling technique to convey a profound reflection. And what is that reflection? To love one's fellow men is more virtuous, if not at par with loving the Almighty Himself. So loving the Almighty is not that important, but what is more important for us is to love our fellow human beings. The poem is drawn from Arabian lore from Arabian stories, where in the Islamic month of Noes Shaban, okay, this is the name of the Islamic month Noes Shaban, God takes the golden book of mankind and chooses those dear to him whom God will call in the coming year. So according to that Arabian story, where in the Islamic month of Noes Shaban, God takes the golden book of mankind, and from that golden book he chooses those names who are dear to him and whom he will be calling in the coming year. Thus, indirectly, this is also a poem about a blessed death. It is a fitting tribute, then, that the verse, "Write me as one who loves his fellow men," came to be used in Hunt's epitaph. So when Hunt died, the epitaph which was built in the memory of Hunt bore these words, "Write me as one who loves his fellow men." So this is basically what the poem is about. I hope you all have understood the basic idea of the poem, and stanza wise explanation of the poem we will be doing in the next class. Thank you and stay blessed.